I'm David. And we just watched the Big Brother finale.
BB20, boy, delivered every week. Finale included.
Yeah, like I feel like we were the ones who were blindsided a little bit tonight. Not that I'm upset and disappointed in the outcome, but I did not see this coming.
Look, we had already said with the final three, anybody's game, kind of. But, woo, okay, let's back it up just a bit. So the top of the finale, we see part 1 and part 2 of the HOH.
Which we'd already spoiled.
Right, but we knew that Tyler won the first one, and we got to see a little bit of her being like, why you ain't throwing it to me?
Right.
But come on, last HOH.
Nobody's throwing anything. Come on.
Only idiots do that.
Yes. So Tyler wins the first part, and then we see the second part play out, which was much closer than I expected it to be. Casey won by like less than 40 seconds.
Yeah.
It was close. JC is understandably like very sort of despondent after he loses because he knows that his fate is not in his hands at this point.
Right.
And then, what do we get after the second HOH?
We get the jury roundtable.
Oh, right. Which was very interesting. These jurors were not as bitter as we thought they were. At least they edited it to seem like they were not.
They were open to game.
That's right. Rockstar said.
Sounded level-headed.
Yeah. That's right. Rockstar said game recognized game. And that's like how it seemed most of them were taking it.
Oh, and we were surprised that Angela like walks in and she was like, so there was this thing called level 6. And Fessy's like, huh?
What?
I was like, wait, Brett?
Brett didn't tell anyone?
And no? Mm-hmm. Brett's just like,
yeah.
Angela lays it all out for everybody, thank goodness.
Right, but I didn't really get a sense for how people were gonna vote, except that there weren't a lot of people campaigning against Tyler. Like, I thought there would be some kind of like, Tyler had to stab people in the back. But really, I think Angela was the one campaigning the hardest for Tyler because she was like, he made the decisions and Casey wrote his coattails. And other people were like, is that how it went? You know, like people I think were coming to Casey's defense a little, and it was an interesting roundtable.
Right. Then we get on stage with jurors and pre-jurors.
No, final HOH.
Oh my gosh, where am I? Where am I? Okay, final leg of the HOH.
Yes, right. So this is, now I was actually happy that they got rid of the scales of justice because that's like a guessing game. And this was like based on how much you studied, how much you memorized things from the season. Sort of rewarding, you know, people who pay attention all season, because that's kind of what Big Brother's about. So it was cool to see that, but it ended up that Tyler and Casey knew exactly the same information. Right,
which makes sense. They studied together this entire summer.
Right.
It's also pretty easy if you know the game, if you know what you're supposed to study. So like had JC been a part of this, he would not have known these things as much, and there's other contestants previously who would have not, it wouldn't have been easy for them. But for these two, it was fairly easy. They got a couple wrong, but they got the same ones wrong.
Yeah.
So we're all of a sudden at a tie.
Yes, right. So now it's, you know, the classic like tiebreaker. You have to guess the length of a competition in seconds, and you can't go over. Casey almost guesses perfectly.
Almost. I thought, oh well, now this is definitely Tyler. He's gonna know every competition, the length perfectly. Right. And he was way off.
Way off. Casey guessed within like 13 seconds, I think. Like, she was so close, and she wins the final HOH, so now the decision is in her hands.
Okay, so we already know what she's gonna do with her final two decision. Yeah. But what was interesting was last night on the feeds, the night before finale, Tyler does say to Casey, I think we should tell JC ahead of time.
Now, why does Tyler do this?
Well, okay, yes, there is reasoning behind that, but to me, I was like, okay, well now at least we know, because we were questioning, is Tyler going to change his mind?
Exactly.
But if he's planning ahead of time with Casey, it sounds solid coast to coast no matter what. The two of them are final two. Yeah. So the reason he does that is because JC had mentioned a day or two earlier, just let me know. I just want to know.
You have my vote, but just let me know. Yeah. So he got the assurance he needed from JC. Exactly. So now Tyler's thinking, great, I've got a guaranteed vote from JC as long as we don't blindside him, so let's just go ahead and like tell him the truth.
When I heard him saying to Casey, like, he's made it to 3, he deserves not to be blindsided, I was like,
what?
Dude, you blindsided everyone, including your girlfriend.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He doesn't deserve to be blindsided. But yes, we all know it was for a vote, so.
Right.
Okay. So that's why when we finally get to this point, JC is not like really super hopeful.
He sort of resigned. He, you know, gets to do his final speech to Casey, his final pitch.
Which was good.
It was great because he is obviously like resigned to the fact that he's walking out the door, but he's like, but if you want to change your mind at the last second, I think it's safer to sit next to me than next to Tyler in the final two.
Which is exactly the pitch that he needed to do.
Yeah, that's his only move at that point, so I'm glad we got to see him make that.
Of course, then Tyler stands up and he's like, coast to coast.
He's like, we got this. You just have to make sure that you pick me, and then we're going to be final two, right? Right? You can tell that he's like trying to like look deep into her soul. Like, don't make any changes at the last minute. So then Casey, sure enough, she picks Tyler. We get the final two we knew we were going to have.
Right.
And then we head into...
shocked. Just is like, wow, I thought I played a great game and I had no idea that Tyler and Casey had this final two.
And it sucks because like I was reacting in the moment because I'm like, whoa, JC is walking out of the house on the last day with no money. Like that sucks. You know, like I know I've seen many seasons of Big Brother and I've seen this happen before, but for some reason it really sunk in this time. Like, whoa, you've spent all this time in that house and you don't get anything for it.
Don't get anything.
Because you're not winning America's Favorite Player. We know that.
Yeah, he did not.
So too bad for JC, but now we're left with the final two. Like I said, we knew we were going to get this final two, and that now it's time for the speeches in front of the jury.
Well, the questions, the jurors come out and we get the questions and their final speeches. And I think Casey did do a good job of talking about her social game.
True.
That was a good point.
And you saw a lot of jurors like nodding along with her, like when she would make points about, I had to be close at the other side of the house, and you see Fessy and Rockstar kind of nodding along, like, yeah.
And I was like, well, that is hitting home with like,
with certain people. But I didn't think either one really outshined the other as far as the speeches go, because Julie was kind of having to rush both of them. They never really got to complete a thought, but I think they sold themselves equally as far as their game goes. Tyler was really leaning into the cloud app thing a lot.
Yeah.
He was really trying to like make that a bombshell.
I think mentioning that one time would have been fine.
Yeah.
He didn't need to keep going back to it.
Yeah.
He did mention a couple things about like keeping Sam and getting Brett out. Like mentioning Brett came to me about the Angela Casey thing. I knew I was really, you know, like that was like, oh, he knew more. Yeah, right. That was a good moment.
But even so, like I thought Tyler had made a great point that Brett's blindside was one of the biggest moves in the game, and Tyler kind of orchestrated that. But again, it was just kind of rushed, and it didn't really like land as solidly as I think he would have liked. So I thought they were kind of even in the speech department in the end.
Right. So they put in their votes.
Yeah.
And I will say, the moment that Scotty put in his vote and said it's all about loyalty to me, that was like, well, that's not Tyler.
That's a shift for me, because I thought when Casey chose Tyler over JC, I'm thinking she just made a $500,000 mistake, right? Like she's gonna get second now.
I think most of us thought that.
And she was going to win against JC. But then as soon as Scotty says this is more about loyalty, I'm like, oh, okay, some of these votes are not going to go the way I think, because I thought Scotty was squarely in that game recognized game mode, and that he was definitely going to vote for Tyler.
Well, that didn't throw me enough.
Okay.
I still assumed Tyler was winning, no matter what. I just thought I'd be surprised by Scotty.
Yeah.
So then we go to pre-jurors come out now.
Yes.
Well, first off, Julie just wants to like give out information that's not really hers to give out.
Blow up everybody's situation.
She's like, let me confirm Tyler and Angela
are in love.
Swore their love to each other.
Yeah.
And they're both like,
they're like both blushing. Angela's covering her face. Tyler hopes there's a lot more time with Angela. Angela's a little more non-committal. She's like, you know, I don't know what the future holds, but...
Well, those walls. She has those walls.
Yeah, right. She can't be that vulnerable in front of America.
But she did say, I hope that we have a new chapter together or whatever. Then Haley and Fessy. Haley's like, heck yeah, we're doing
the real
this.
deal, which I'm like, okay.
I mean, does Fessy know she's going back to college? Is he going to move into her dorm with her?
Yeah.
Like, what's...
And I'm like, Haley, America saw all the red flags, so...
We're going to let them figure that out themselves. Right. Then we get old Swaley.
The craziest of them all, we get a proposal from a couple that has known each other for, what did Julie say, 24 days they spent in the house together?
And then 70-something apart. And... I mean, Christopher could not let his 15 minutes of fame die down.
No.
He was like, I'm on TV.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
Yeah, she was there for it, I guess.
Hey, I hope he has practically moved in with her family, and I hope that they are super in love and make it work.
Yes, of course. I wish you the best.
Absolutely.
Yes, right.
She looked stunning.
She did. She looked incredible.
Good for them. But that proposal was like,
what is going on? We were literally like holding each other's arms like, this is not happening. This is not real.
We watched it like that.
Yeah. So then Swaggy gets his moment.
Finally, we get to read the votes.
So now we're reading the votes. Julie has to like rush over to the other side of the stage because we're running out of time.
She's like, this is my show.
She's like pushing Swaggy and Bailey out of the way. And she's kind of like rushing through the first few votes, going a lot faster than we're used to with the votes.
Yes. And those first 5 votes went as I expected. 4 of the 5 are for Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Casey's not getting any votes.
Casey's might get 2 votes total, right?
Right.
And you're thinking, because 4 out of 5. Tyler only needs 1 more vote the rest of the way.
Obviously he got JC. Obviously he got Angela.
Yeah, obviously he got Brett.
Sam's was interesting, but we knew she was a wild card.
Absolutely.
And we knew she's connected to both Tyler and Casey. Could go either way.
Yeah.
Then Haley's like, Tyler. And she said she waited till after their speeches.
That's right.
Which was interesting.
Interesting.
But we assumed she would go with Game, and she did, Tyler.
Yeah.
Then we hear Scotty and his loyalty thing.
Uh-huh.
That was not Tyler, as we predicted.
Not Tyler. Then
that goes
Fessy.
to Casey. Fessy does not follow Haley's lead, which surprises me.
Yep.
He votes for Casey?
And Rockstar votes for Casey. It comes down to the last vote, which has been the case for the last however many seasons,
yeah,
right?
It's been a few.
Yeah.
And Bailey's the last vote for Casey.
Yeah.
And I lose my mind.
Yes! Because like we said, you see those first 4 votes for Tyler, it's 4-1, you're thinking, oh wow, this is like a sweep.
She's just gonna get a couple votes. I was just hoping that she got enough to make it close.
Yeah, but then the last 4 votes go to Casey and she wins, and it is unreal.
Way to go, Peanut!
And honestly, I think it's all because of that social game. Like, the social game is not flashy, right? You can't really...
It's not flashy.
...quantify these relationships that you've built. It's just something that obviously the jurors feel. And these people, all of the level 6 votes went to... Well, there were only 2, but the level 6 votes went to Tyler. And the votes from Faute, for the most part, went to Casey, and that's what made the difference.
Look, Tyler played an amazing game.
He did.
But I also think Casey played an amazing game, and I love that we can just say, well, this is just who the jury voted for.
That's right.
I don't think they're bitter, but obviously they appreciated the way Casey handled a few things.
That's right.
More so than Tyler.
Yeah.
And I think that that's great. So we can't run around going better, better, better.
Yeah.
And we can't run around going Tyler should have won or Casey should have, either way.
Yeah.
I feel like they both deserved it.
Yeah.
And this is just how it ended up.
That's how it ended up. And I think it's awesome for representation. I read both June, who was the first Asian winner of Big Brother, and Andy Herron, the first LGBT winner of Big Brother. Both of them were saying, like, I would be so happy if Casey took home this season. And like,
she checks both those boxes off.
Exactly. And so like,
she's a woman, she checks that box
Exactly.
off.
I think it's awesome. Like, so good for her. So cute to see her mom like screaming on stage with her at the end, hands in the air.
Yes.
And her dad has been so adorable on social media all season long.
If y'all aren't following him on Twitter, please do.
So, I mean, I was shocked, but not disappointed because I really thought Casey deserved it as much as Tyler did.
I mean, honestly, that final 2 just made me happy.
Yeah.
I was like, look, if they love each other so much, if that loyalty thing means so much to them, that they're okay coming in second, or at least for Casey, because she's the one that officially made that decision, then great, fine.
Great.
I'm not going to say it was a mistake.
Yeah.
She just chose to take Tyler and maybe she wins second.
That's right.
Oh, but it didn't work that out.
Yeah. So she wins, but then, Tyler gets a little bonus because he's named America's favorite player.
Yep.
And that was like cute to see him get emotional because he was like, I thought America hated me. And like, he couldn't even look at the camera because he started to cry because like, what a relief for him that America doesn't hate him.
Right. Yeah. He's probably also crying because he lost.
Yeah.
But America doesn't hate you. Tyler, everyone appreciated your game, or most people did, and most people were rooting for Tyler most of the season. We saw how good he was from the very beginning.
Yes, absolutely.
But some of us were watching Casey and not counting her out.
Right. And she won.
She won!
Good for her.
Oh my
Congrats,
God.
Casey.
How much did you love BB20?
I mean, like Julie said, so many people out there have been saying this is one of the best seasons ever. I haven't seen every season, but this was just amazing to see a cast of all newbies. Like Sarah said earlier this week, everybody came to play. It wasn't people who were just like trying to float through the game and do nothing. Yeah. Even Sam, who was so fed up with the game for a long time, she was still in there making moves and like...
It
was just a fantastic season. It really was.
It really was. I love this season. I was really sad when the feeds went off this morning. Like last night, I'm like falling asleep, but I like couldn't like bring myself to turn the feeds off and say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just something about this cast this season that was really, really great.
And like how perfect for it to be the 20th season, because they didn't do a whole lot of like big, flashy, whatever. They sort of went back to basics of Big Brother for this season.
Yeah.
And it worked. Like what an awesome season of Big Brother.
So they say Celebrity Big Brother will be in the winter.
Yes.
So we will definitely be covering that. 100%. And they say BB21's coming back next summer, although CBS I don't think has announced that officially, but it sounds like it.
They're at least casting for it currently. So
if it's back, we'll be back.
That's right.
Also, we'll be back this week for Survivor.
Hello, Survivor's back.
Premiering right now.
Yes.
And then soon Amazing Race should be back. So we will be back for that as well.
And I think Amazing Race has a lot of like Big Brother people on it, so let's all watch that together and discuss.
Oh my gosh, yes. This season's gonna be so fun with all of those former players.
Yes.
We should say thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Everybody who watched us.
And all the new people. A lot of new people with us this season, and we're so glad that you found us and that you came back every week. Thank you so much.
And that you chat with us.
Yeah.
We love hearing what you have to say, and we appreciate you coming back every week.
100%. So stick with us for Survivor and Amazing Race, and then of course we'll see you all back for Celebrity Big Brother in the winter, like Sarah said.
Thank you, and yay! Congratulations, Peanut and Tyler.
Right.
Really good season.
So let us know what you guys thought about the outcome and the season as a whole down in the comments, and we will see you guys soon.
Okay, bye!
Bye.